What's up, what's up, what's up? It's your man, Chaz Ellis, once again answering the question that you asked me. Make sure you go to the askchazzellisproject.com, get a consultation or a quick question, or just make a donation to help us keep going. Also, make sure you check out the live stream. It's part 2 of Having Game, and what I'm basically going to be telling you about is how to ask for what you want. If you're dealing with a relationship where you're a friend with benefits, you're in the friend zone, you can't get to the next level in whatever situation you're in, make sure you check this live stream out. It's going to be this Sunday, May 3rd at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you check it out if you want to get help asking the right things, asking them at the right time and in the right way. Also, make sure you check out the Chaz Ellis or Ask Chaz Ellis on Facebook. Check out some of the videos that I'm posting, the questions, things of that nature. Make sure you check that out on Ask Chaz Ellis on Facebook. Anyway, the question that I got was from a young lady. She was like, I'm dealing with these different insecurities, and basically they're stopping me from being able to move forward in my relationships and making it really difficult on me. Okay? And then a lot of people are dealing with that problem. A lot of people have things that we're dealing with from whether it be high school or things we're dealing with in our lives, that kind of breed these insecurities and these things that we feel about ourselves, and we often find ourselves projecting them on other people. It's like, if you think you're fat, you got some other people be like, oh, you think I'm fat. That's why, you start projecting that stuff on other people a lot of times because it's how you feel about yourself. If you don't feel you're very smart, oh, you just think you're so much smarter than me. Have you ever met somebody like that? Like maybe they dropped out of high school or something like that. They just really kind of insecure about their intelligence. Not necessarily even that they're dumb, but just they think other people think they're dumb. So they kind of start saying stuff like that and getting mad all the time. So sometimes these insecurities that we carry with us throughout our lives will cause us to, act a certain way and push people away. So here are 4 steps that you can use to help eliminate your insecurities. Number 1 is do an evaluation. We got to be real with ourselves. A lot of times we don't admit to things that we don't like about ourselves, and we don't really even acknowledge the good things about ourselves because we just think that examination of ourselves is too painful. It leaves us raw and open, and a lot of times we don't want to do it. But you got to do that because you can't deal with things until you have evaluated yourself. You can't deal with things until you know that they exist. So get in front of the mirror. Take it all off. Get in front of the mirror. Look at yourself physically and evaluate yourself. Be like, look, hey, this is what I look like. Okay? I got a scar here. I got some stretch marks. I got, whatever. I got jaundice. I don't know, whatever. I got all kinds of different issues, and I'm cool with it. I'm gonna look at these issues that I have. I'm going to acknowledge these issues that I have. And now I'm also going to talk about the good things about me. Because sometimes we get a little bit too humble, and that feeds our insecurity. You're like, you know what? I got some nice boobies. You know what? My muscles looking pretty good. My 6-pack done came in. I'm feeling good about myself. Or, yeah, I got some pretty eyes. Sometimes we can be real with ourselves about the negative, but we don't take in the positive. Then you just evaluate what's going on the inside for you. Like, okay, I'm a good friend. I may be a little selfish at times. I'm brutally honest with people. Maybe I'm too honest sometimes. It's a little bit, abrasive. Be real with yourself. Then you find a friend and you ask them questions about yourself. Somebody you trust, somebody you believe will tell you the real. You say, hey, what do you think about me physically? Do you feel like I'm attractive? Now, it may be a female friend, a male friend, whatever you got to go find that somebody can keep it real with you and say, you think I'm physically attractive? Like, what do you think my good attributes are in the ones that you don't like so much, or you might not think other people might not like so much? Be real. And then ask them about your personality. Like, what do you think about me as a person? Like, what are you things that you think that I can work on and things that I shouldn't work on? All right? And once you've evaluated these things, then you say, what can I change to make me be a better person and make me feel better about myself? And what are some of the stuff that I'm just stuck with that, ain't nothing I can do about it? I'm not going to grow 5 inches. Okay? This acne may not clear up overnight. These issues with my grill, I might have to give me some braces for. So what can I do right now to kind of fix my situation, and what can I do in the long term? And then that brings me to the next step. Step 2 to eliminating some of these insecurities is really just change. When you figure out what you can change, you start changing it. It's not necessarily that you change everything you don't like about yourself and that makes you feel good. It's the act of making changes and trying to be your best. When you start being proactive about your issues, when you start working on things about yourself that you feel need to be changed, that you have the ability to change, it makes you feel better because you feel like you're doing something. You feel like you are improving as a person. It's not like this is my lot in life and I'm just stuck with it. It's like I can actually improve my situation and I can be the best that I can be. Once you've done that, it's going to make step 3 a lot easier. And step 3 is accepting. Accepting that there are some things about yourself that you just can't change. That's just the way it is. Some things about yourself you may not be able to change. You may not be able to change the fact that you come from a family full of alcoholics. You may not be able to change the fact that you got scars all across your face and your neck and stuff like that. These things you may have lost a limb. You can't change that. That's just the way it is. But what it does is the fact that you're being the best in every area you possibly can, it makes it a little bit easier to accept the things that you can't change because you know you've done everything about the things that you can. So when you start making that acceptance, you start feeling so much better. And step 4 in eliminating your insecurities, and this is going to be one that a lot of people probably haven't done. Some of this other stuff you might have done by accident. You may have done, some other time. But this is a thing that people generally don't do, and that's reevaluate. Here's what a lot of us don't think about. When we were in high school, for myself, when I was in high school, I looked like I was like 11 years old. That's the way things are. I was really skinny, like all the way up until like my senior year, I was really skinny. But, I accepted certain things about myself. I was like, that's the thing. I'm skinny. This is the way things are. I look like a little kid. This is the way things are. And then, as some of those things changed, and as some of those things I grew to accept, guess what happens? We get older, and more things come along. Once we accept a lot of the bad things about ourselves, we start getting more things that come along. It's like, I accepted the fact that I'm skinny. Now I'm fat. I accepted the fact that I look really young. Now I look old. I accepted the fact that I was broke back in the day. Now I got a bunch of kids. I accepted the fact that that my family was crackheads. Now I used to be a crackhead. I gotta accept this crap. So we have to keep reevaluating ourselves and keep going through these steps over and over again because things change. Pretty soon the things that you've accepted in your life may not even exist anymore. You may have accepted the fact that you had acne back when you were in college and you don't even have that anymore. But now, you got really yellow teeth, or now you've lost some limbs or something like that. Now these are new things you have to reevaluate and you have to learn to accept and you have to learn to see what you can change about yourself that's recently happened. If you don't keep doing it, then it's not like your self-esteem stays the same all the time. It's not like how you feel about yourself is going to stay the same all the time. Like, oh, I've checked all of these things about myself. Now I feel good. And you just stick there the rest of your life. It's like, I'm cool with everything. Oh, man, I just lost my job. Now it's something new that you're going to have to process and you're going to have to reevaluate yourself and work on that. Otherwise, you go into that downhill spiral. This is why a lot of people do that once they get in their 30s, 40s, and a little older, because they start losing things. Things start changing on them, and as they do, it starts making them feel worse about themselves, and they start because they don't know to reevaluate and kind of start that process over. They don't know to do it all again because now they have new things that they have to deal with. So hopefully I was able to help you out. Make sure you check me out on the askchazzellisproject.com. Get that consultation, quick question, or just make a donation to help us out. Also, make sure you check out the live stream. That's going to be Sunday night, May 3rd at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're having any issues with relationships, getting into relationships, You know, whether you're trying to get sex, whether you're trying to, whatever, I don't care what it is you're trying to get. I'm going to show you how to ask for the things that you want, how to ask for them at the right time in the right way, and you're going to see a lot more success in your life. Once again, it's your man, Chaz Ellis. Make sure you like and subscribe and share this video with somebody else. Peace.